Yeah, just when I thought I couldn't come up with any more done projects, I picked up another one. Garage is a mess. Haven't had time to clean anything. Been trying to work on stuff. Working on my buddy's house. Snowmobile season. It's been busy, but yeah. Here's what we got. This is the roof off of a pickup bed camper that I overpaid by about $1,000 on. Gave him $800 for it. Said it just had a little bit of water damage here by the roof vent. Yeah, it's a lot worse than that. The seam on the top was leaking through. This is rotted. Up here where the corner caps are, those are all busted, leaking in the corners. There's not much to this roof. It's 11 foot 6, I think, front to back on it. And it appears that there's only 3/4 inch plywood framed around, and then insulation and some stuff, sort of cardboard paper that comes off real nice. But yeah, and then, oh yeah, I just put these pieces of plywood underneath here so it, you know, holds the jacks a little better. Come around to the back, you can see how that's going. Had the AC unit in here glued in with some sort of silicone that is the toughest stuff I've ever seen. Tore up the aluminum sheeting trying to get it out. It was in there. And on the inside, the AC was leaking because it just had two 2x4s stacked to space it for the wall here. So water had been running down inside, rotted out this floorboard, or I don't know what you call it, bench area, main structure support, and it ran all the way down into here, which is just discoloration. So that's not really the issue, but yeah, I don't know. Came with 4 jacks, which are, how would my buddy say, it was $650 for 3 of them. So it's got 4 jacks. The base of it's in here. 110 12 volt and gas fridge. Said everything worked on that. 3 burner stove, gas heater. It came with these brackets, I guess you could put in your truck bed and hold it. I'm not going to use those. But yeah, it's quite the project. Depends how far I want to go with it. I'm thinking I'm going to end up taking all of this aluminum off and getting fiberglass, or Phylon, I guess it's called. Some sort of plastic fiberglass stuff. Need about a 40-foot roll of 8.5 foot long, or 8.5 foot tall, 40 foot long, to do the roof in one piece, so I won't have this seal in the middle anymore. And then I'll get a automatic vent fan, I guess you'd say. Put that in, probably put a solar panel on the roof, deep cycle battery or 2. But right now, my biggest thing is I'm trying to figure out how to get this trim off of this plywood without messing it up. I don't care about the wood. I don't want to mess this up because I bet you can't get that anymore. So I've tried cleaning this out. All this insulation is glued, top and bottom. So that's going really good. I tried scoring it with a knife, thinking that maybe I'll just get that little seam caulk line, seam of caulk of seam cleaned out, and it would just fall off. That didn't work. I tried the hammer and chisel method. That wasn't looking great. I thought maybe I'll try my little vibrator here, and that's probably doing the best. It's just got a wood blade on the multi-tool. And we're just yeah, that's enough of that. I will continue to do that and see if I can get this off in one piece, and then we will come back. All right, I think I got it on the run here. So I took the multi-tool, ran it up and down here a couple times, had to sacrifice one of my already broken end caps, but I think I got a little bit of wiggle out of it. So now, let's see, that works. If I can take the bar and just kind of slowly, as carefully as I can, just keep a little bit of pressure on it. Try and work apart this super silicone here without tipping the roof over on me. See if I can cut some of these little stringy ones. Yeah, so it's glued inside of the channel and on the outside. So if I can just slowly work this down. Yeah, so take a look at this. Time out. Ow. This silicone is something else. Ow. It's pretty amazing that it was leaking with whatever this stuff is. Here we go. Dramatic pull off here. Wires. Got it. Well, there's half my problem. Now, gotta figure out how to get this super glued aluminum sheeting off. Maybe like so. If I just keep working at that, I'll be able to pull out this piece. And then it looks like this is probably cross-laminated with two sheets stapled together. So that might have to get cut there with the multi-tool and pulled apart carefully. And then the rest of the frame, minus this window seal or roof vent, might be all right. I got some water spots in here. This, yeah. Yeah, so that's delaminated. So that side's got to come off. So basically, it's going to end up being a full roof redo, because if you got both ends off, well, may as well do both sides too. So I'll see if I can skim off some aluminum here and figure out what's going on in here. Well, in the 10 minutes that I haven't been recording, I've decided that since I am going to be replacing this, you may as well do this wood while you're in here. It's not terrible, but it's not great. You got to redo the vent, which came with it, but I'm not going to use that one. These lights are old. You can get new ones for 10 bucks or something probably on the Amazon machine. So I need my brackets on the front and back, which the back isn't on. I need my angle gutter guards here for the hold downs, the seals, and lights, which they just drilled out the old ones and put a 3/4 inch hole for the bullet lights. These are junk stripped, so basically can't save the insulation. I got to redo the roof because that's leaking. It's terrible. The seam is probably given up. It's got tons of little holes all around here. Could you fix it? Yeah, maybe, but why would you screw around with trying to shoe glue the corners? This nice hole was in there. I asked him what happened. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, okay, so that's a big hole. I just made that one, but you can't see it now. It's mostly, I guess, on this one here. You can see it's already been filled and patched, and it's pretty beat up here too. So I don't know. I guess the only thing I need to save is these 4 corners. Take some good measurements, and my buddy's got the same camper, so even if I get lost in it, I'll be able to go up and measure his. But I'll need a couple sheets of 1/2 inch plywood to sandwich all that together. Take off the super easy to get off rails and get some pink board and some glue. When I get the fiberglass, I'll just remake it, glue it all together, and it'll be a completely new roof except the brackets. So yeah, that's where I'm at. This can go outside. I don't care anymore. That's pretty much junk. So on to this. The plan will most likely be pull all these covers off as carefully as I can. Pull out the window. I might look and see what new windows are. This one doesn't look bad, but I'm sure these are replaceable. You can get new ones for those. This little heater, yeah, who knows? Probably just get a new heater. Those little China diesel heaters, cab heaters work just fine. We got some on our bus, and they're keeping up. You're not going to go camping when it's 0 degrees out anyway. So yeah, I guess the roof plan is out the window until I get some parts. Got to figure out how to get this plywood out, at least go up, I don't know, 3 feet, 4 feet. But I think it's wedged underneath this wall. And this wall, ow, this wall in here, like I said, the air conditioner was leaking, so I'll probably cut a sheet of plywood that fits in here, figure out how to glue it, staple it, nail it to this existing board, because this is where the bracket goes for the pop-up portion. So this isn't that bad. It's replacing this, and then since I'm doing the walls, well, do I just keep going on this lovely 1990s wood grain, or do I try and update it a little bit? I've seen guys paint them, they come out decent, but how deep you want to get into it is the biggest question. So we'll think on this a little longer. The roof I'm done with. The siding, that's going to be the big issue, because like I said, I need 42 feet by 8.5 foot tall of that pylon to do top, sides, bottom. Everything would be seamless then, only where there's 90s, which I saw this stuff you can get new. I'd probably go with a light gray siding and then black trim. It'd look newer and updated. But yeah, I don't know. I got to get more parts. Oh, the Phylon. That's the problem. It's going to be 950 bucks to get enough to do it. And then you need glue and caulk and corners. So, moral of the story, I should have just bought one that was like $3,000 or $4,000 even, because then I wouldn't have to work on it. But that's what I do, I guess. I buy junk and pour tons and tons of money into it and then use it a little bit and then sell it and lose all my money again. It's a vicious cycle, but I like working on stuff, I guess, even though this is pushing the limits of how much I like working on stuff. But what do you do?